gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man right side is St. Brown. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the Lions' 15-yard line.
Pushes past him. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready! 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, rock it. Rock it. Let's go.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Set up. 15 line. 15 line.
You don't want none.
Check. Hey, wahoo.
52 to Mike.
Let's go.
On second and 11 now. Stick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Yes, yes.
Yep. 52. Watch 52. 52 to Mike. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
61. Matchbox lights.
Check 37. Check 37.
But
On third down, it's Stick. Now he'll escape to his right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up fourth. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
44, Mike, 44.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here, Mike. 319.
Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, 626.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defense will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Stick, escaping the pressure right. One is down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stick. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On 1st down, Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
319.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All day, every day, any day.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a cutback right sideline. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
It's a gain of 38 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. He had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Let's go.
Off play action, it's Stick. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Sliding out of the pocket. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenge on your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Stick looking to throw on first and 10. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Stick on first and 10. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Stick looks to throw it again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays...
Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
On the ready.
44, Mike, 44.
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick me up. Here we go. Fofo to Mike. Mike's Fofo. Watch the screen.
Come.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Don't get nervous. 44. Mike. 44.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Ready up. Protein spill.
Throwing on second and long. Stick. Screenplay. Johnson. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey.
52's the mic. Hey, pick your spot.
Here's Stick, third and long. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They'll try and throw for it here. This is Johnson. He's got it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Exit.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Stick to throw once more. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Two block workers.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stick from the gun. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun throw for Stick. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second down, here's an option right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get it. Get up. 52. Get it.
Here's Stick looking to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. Stick back to pass. And this is going to be caught. So they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And again, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. On third down, here's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on the toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll throw on 2nd down his stick. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Kevin King there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that was a nice strong run by the guy they called the field general.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 19. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down now, it's Johnson. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 84 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's St. Brown of the jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they set the 4th.
Without a doubt, nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Stick. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.